Welcome aboard Alaska Railroad's flagship train, the Denali Star. In this video, you'll see our extraordinary journey through the last frontier as we embark on one of the most iconic rail adventures in the world. We'll be traveling in their first-class Goldstar Service cars. With its glass dome ceilings, outdoor viewing platforms, and inclusive dining, this is the perfect way to enjoy the rugged interiors of Alaska. So join me as we traverse the 356 miles from Fairbanks to Anchorage. Let's hop on board. Well, good morning, fellow travelers. This is Ken from Ken Travel 360, coming to you today from Alaska Railroad Passenger Terminal at Fairbanks. This is where our adventure begins. Before getting on the train, we have to check in our bags first, as there is no room for the large bags in the passengers' cars. It's well worth arriving here early. Our train doesn't leave until 8:20 a.m., but it's recommended to arrive here an hour early to check in your bags and pick up the tickets. Once you have checked in your bag, you'll have time to take pictures of the train, browse the souvenir shop, or even check out the Model Railway Club display. We've just checked in, and because we are traveling in Goldstar Service, we've been given this pin, which we have to wear so that the staff will know we are traveling in Goldstar Service. Since we arrived quite early, there was plenty of time before boarding to check out the Model Railroad display. The whole layout is incredibly elaborate. A lot of effort must have gone into building it. There are two classes of service on the Denali Star, Goldstar Service and Adventure Class. The cost for Goldstar Service is around double of the Adventure Class. Is it worth the extra? Keep watching to find out. Towards the end of the train, you'll find a couple of Wilderness Express cars, which is operated by a separate company with its own check-in. These cars feature a similar glass dome view, but are primarily reserved for cruise tours and not available for individual reservations. Right, it's time to board the train now. You got tickets? Welcome aboard Car B, the second Goldstar Service car. This train features two Goldstar Service cars, but for Fairbanks to Denali, only the second car is in operation. The Goldstar Service car has two levels. We'll explore more in detail later, but the lower level has a dining room, a kitchen, and toilets. Now, let's get to our seats, 4C and 4D. All the seats are forward-facing in the direction of travel and are all situated on the upper level. Unfortunately, you cannot request specific seats as they are randomly allocated. We'll talk more about the seats a bit later, but first we grabbed some hot drinks from the bar and watched as the train slowly pulled away from the depot, leaving Fairbanks behind. Goldstar Service passengers get unlimited non-alcoholic drinks and 2 alcoholic beverages included. As the train pulls away from the station, we're promptly invited downstairs to have our breakfast. Every meal is normally served in 2 sittings in order to accommodate all guests in the Goldstar car. But today, the car is not very full, so everyone got to have breakfast at the same time. Now, this is the dining menu. We'll actually only be having breakfast today because we're breaking up our journey at Denali. A lot of passengers break up their journey at Denali, just like us, and that's where we'll be getting off around noon. We'll be spending 3 days in Denali National Park, and then we'll be back on this train to continue our journey to Anchorage. Right, back to breakfast. Both Steve and I opted for the Aurora breakfast from the 4 available options. Well, the breakfast has been served. It's a reindeer sausage. Never had that before, so it's very good. It tastes like chorizo. Very satisfying. Well, we just finished our breakfast, so now let's go out to the outdoor viewing platform to have a look. To me, this outdoor viewing platform is definitely my favorite feature of the Goldstar cars. It's spacious and covered and offers an unbeatable way to immerse yourself in the breathtaking Alaskan scenery. I've seen avid photographers practically camp out here, despite the luxurious seating inside. Speaking of which, let's head back to our seats so that I can show you what they're like. At your seat, you'll find a tray table, a seat back pocket, and a footrest. Now, you will see why you can't bring your luggage with you. There's enough room for a backpack underneath the seat in front, but there's no luggage rack, as you would expect, what with all these panoramic windows around. Speaking of which, take a moment to appreciate these massive windows. This is why you pay the big bucks for Goldstar Service. Through these expansive panes, you can take in the incredible landscape of Alaska, enjoying uninterrupted views from the comfort of your seat. With the Goldstar Service, you get 2 complimentary alcoholic beverages. I just got my first one. It's Brown Bear, which is a hot chocolate with Irish cream. Never have hot chocolate with Irish cream before.
So my complimentary is a cranberry margarita. It's got tequila and Cointreau and sweet and sour and cranberry juice. It's delicious, very sharp. Have it made with no sugar.
Well, there's a great photo ops coming up now. It's the Mears Memorial Bridge. Completed in 1923, this 100-year-old bridge spans the Tanana River. This is the last part of the Alaska Railroad to be built. And before this, they actually ferried passengers across, except in the winter when they laid on temporary tracks across the frozen river. At 704 feet or 210 meters long, it's one of the longest truss bridges in the world. After crossing the Mears Memorial Bridge, we have some time before reaching the next point of interest. So let's explore other parts of the train. We'll start with the restrooms downstairs. The bathroom is functional and reasonably clean. Nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. Right, next, we'll check out the adventure class cars to see if they offer a good travel experience too. The first car behind the Goldstar Service cars is the Wilderness Cafe car. For your dining needs, adventure class passengers can purchase food and drinks from the Wilderness Cafe car. They've got both hot food as well as cold food, and you can either take your purchase back to your seat or you can consume it here where they've got seats. Now, it's open seating in adventure class, and the cars they use are basically the older ones. There are a variety of them, but they still look comfortable with big picture windows. Maybe not as panoramic as Goldstar Service cars, but if you are tight on budget, it's still not a shabby way to travel. There is a shared Vista Dome car for all the passengers in adventure class. It's open seating and passengers can come in whenever they like, but during busier times, they are requested to limit the stay here to 20 minutes so that everyone gets a chance to experience it. Right, let's get back to my seat, as I've still got one more complimentary alcoholic beverage left. Right, I have had enough hot drinks, so for my second complimentary alcoholic beverage, I've gone for the same drink that Steve has got earlier, which is a cranberry margarita. Cheers! Quite sharp tasting. The train winds its way along the precipitous edge of the Tanana River Canyon. With the cliff on one side and the river on the other, it's an exhilarating part of the journey, offering breathtaking views that are both awe-inspiring and a tad nerve-wracking. Well, we are arriving at Denali Station now. We're going to be spending a few days here to visit the national park. You can see our adventure in Denali in a separate video. We had 3 incredible days at Denali National Park. We did an exhilarating helicopter tour with landing on Yanet Glacier, followed by a thrilling side-by-side ATV tour to visit the backcountry. We also went on the park transit bus. On this bus tour, we saw caribou, we saw moose, we saw Dao sheep, and we even saw a grizzly bear. If all this sounds interesting, then please make sure you subscribe so that you get notified when I release these future videos. Right, the coach has taken us to Denali Park Depot, where we just checked in for our train to Anchorage. We are thrilled to discover that we have been assigned the very front seats of the first car. That's our seat. Right, getting on the train again. Here we are, 1A and B. The weather is not as good as a few days ago. However, as soon as we pull out of Denali Station, we are treated to some stunning views. Before long, we were invited downstairs to the dining room for lunch. With the Goldstar Service car being much fuller today, lunch is being served in 2 sittings. We are fortunate to be part of the first group, as we are feeling rather hungry. So our lunch has finally arrived, and Steve had got the chicken sandwich. As for me, I've got the railroad burger. The lunch was good, but it did take a long time to arrive. I was eager to finish it quickly so that I could head back out to the viewing platform, as I knew a couple of interesting spots were coming up. Soon, the train came to a complete stop and waited for a while. It turned out that we were holding for the northbound trains to pass. For the majority of the Denali Star service is actually a single-track service. Therefore, our train needs to stop to allow a northbound train to pass. We also noticed that the switching levers here are manually operated, requiring the crew to step out and handle the switches. So the whole process took a bit of time. Next, we're coming up to one of the highlights of this railroad journey, the impressive Hurricane Gulch Bridge. Spanning 918 feet in length and soaring 296 feet above Hurricane Creek, this bridge holds the title of both the longest and tallest bridge on the Alaska Railroad. This marvel of engineering is a sight to behold. As the train crosses, it slows to a more gentle speed, giving passengers ample time to savor the breathtaking views and capture some unforgettable photos. Construction of this arch bridge began early in 1921 and progressed swiftly. The first steel was erected in June, and remarkably, the first passenger train traversed it on August 15 of the same year. The project was a challenging and costly endeavor, with both sides being constructed simultaneously using an aerial tram that crossed the gulch. This innovative approach helped overcome the formidable terrain and bring this engineering masterpiece to life. Shortly after crossing the bridge, the train passes through Hurricane, a remote area without a proper train station, but instead is a requested stop. Since nobody is flagging the train down today, we continue on our journey. As this second leg from Denali to Anchorage is a separate ticket, we're entitled to another 2 complimentary alcoholic drinks. And now is the perfect time to order something from the bar. Steve has got the cranberry margarita, the same as our barn, but I got Susina Sunset, which is a sweet drink. Yes. Cheers. Oh, it is sweet.
Oh, it's sour.
Well, my drink, the Susina Sunset, couldn't be more fitting as we ride alongside the scenic Susina River as the Denali Star approaches Talkeetna. The train started slowing down as we crossed the historic Talkeetna Railroad Bridge. This beautiful truss bridge was originally built in 1923. Although you can't see it in the video, there is a side pathway for pedestrians and cars. Talkeetna itself is a charming and popular stop for tour groups, as you can see with all the tour buses lined up. The Mount McKinley Princess Wilderness Lodge is nearby too. We took a brief stop here to stretch our legs and explore the historic Talkeetna Station. We even took photos with the friendly station master, who was more than happy to pose with us. After this delightful stop at Talkeetna, the train continues its journey to Anchorage, and it's time for dinner to be served. Let's have a look at the menu first. So it's dinner time now. Again, there are two sittings because today the train has been quite full. And we just ordered a mocktail. It's called a polar bear. It's got Sprite with blue curacao. Well, alcohol-free blue curacao. Cheers. The dinner is a 3-course meal, and the first course has arrived. Steve's got buffalo chili as his starter, whereas I've got the salmon chowder. Well, the rain has subsided substantially now, and hopefully the sky is going to clear. Just had the starter. I quite like this salmon chowder. It's quite rich, but quite tasty too. Well, for dinner, we have both chosen pork roast.
Very tasty, very tender.
Very tasty, yeah. So now it's dessert time. I've got a kind of a chocolate cake. Whereas Steve, you've got key lime pie. This dessert is really delicious actually. It has both coffee as well as chocolate taste.
Key lime pie.
As we wrapped up dinner, the sun began to peek through the clouds as the trains passed Wasilla. Well, let's check out the cost of this journey. A one-way trip from Fairbanks to Anchorage costs $277 in adventure class and $509 in Goldstar Service. Traveling during the shoulder season can save you money. From May the 9th to 31st or September the 5th to 19th, one-way fares from Fairbanks to Anchorage are $215 for adventure class and $432 for Goldstar Service. Noticeably, as we get closer to Anchorage, there are more signs of civilizations. Is the Goldstar Service worth paying for? Absolutely. I'll do it again in a heartbeat. It's not every day you get to visit Alaska, and traveling on the Denali Star, especially in Goldstar Service, truly lets you experience the journey in style. The glass dome ceilings and outdoor viewing platforms are game changers. Given the overall high cost of an Alaska trip, it makes sense to splurge a bit more for this luxurious travel experience. As we arrive at Anchorage, it's time to say goodbye for now. If you're interested to see other parts of our Alaska trip, watch one of these videos next. I'll see you over there. Until next time.